Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing a very important transit, which is going to be for a long time and requires attention also. So this is Venus in the Pisces sign, where it exalts. So this is a very important transit for a couple of things. First being that Rahu is present there. And all through, Rahu will be there in the Pisces sign when Venus is there in the Pisces sign as well. Second is that there is a Parivartana, that is the exchange between Jupiter and Venus, where people are not talking about it much, I know, but this is very important again because Jupiter and Venus are swapping signs. So when they swap sign, it is a Guru Chandala yoga which is forming. Guru Chandala yoga is because now we consider Jupiter in its own place and Venus in its own place, that is Taurus sign. So this is why this becomes a very crucial transit also. So that is the reason, when we talk about the spiritual sign of Pisces, where Rahu is, you will find that people will be getting into the occult sciences, or people will be getting involved in learning the occult even more. And with Venus and Jupiter forming a connection, people will make money. It's an expansive energy. People will make money. The spiritual organizations, especially, or the religious organizations, will start making money through the unfair means or unethical means also, quite likely. So that is the reason this becomes a very important transit. And it will be impacting globally many organizations. And, the two fish, that the symbol of Pisces. So people will become materialistically spiritual and spiritually materialistic. So this is the theme of this transit, and it is going to be from the 28th of January when it is beginning, and all the way till the 31st of May. And in between is Venus turning retrograde also. So all the insights in this video, in the initial summary part, please stick on if you want to know and understand this transit better and in an elaborate manner. It is going to be very different than the other astrologers, I'm sure, because I'm going to be unconditionally imparting my knowledge, which people are hiding also. So stay tuned, and I can't comment on that. So because, I don't know how the astrologers are doing it, whether they are sharing or not. Only my clients and the audience only tells me that you are giving more information as compared to others. That is why I said so. So no offense to anyone. Everyone is doing their bit and everyone is quitting their karma. So that's their karma. Let them do it. So I'm doing my karma. Thank you so much for being here, and do subscribe the channel if you haven't till now. And in the initial summary part, I'll be sharing with you the dates also of the Nakshatra movements, and then Navmanshas are very important. That's the reason the whole transit cannot be giving the similar kind of results. Do understand that. And I hope you all can hear me. And I hope you are liking the attire, the white. That is, the little silver is also there. So that is Shukracharya, the guru, Daitya guru. But he's very knowledgeable. He's very strategic. And Venus, being the love, luxury, romance, and the material comforts, is going to be minus lust in the Pisces sign. So stay tuned. I'll be sharing the screen with you and showing you, in fact, the way I'm looking at the transit also. So to start with, I'm going to be sharing with you that what is the connection between all these grahas, and one sec. So let me share with you. Yeah. I hope the screen shares on time. All right. So what exactly is happening here? So you see, when we are talking about the Venus exaltation, it is not just going to be exalted only, it is forming a connection with Rahu, and it is also forming a connection with, one second, this is not the screen I wanted. Yeah, I wanted this screen for you guys. This is what, is happening. What is a Parivartana, first of all? When Jupiter is in Taurus and Venus is in Jupiter's sign and Jupiter in Venus's sign, that is the Parivartana. Okay. And this transit is happening from the 28th of January all the way till the 31st of May. And Jupiter is going to be till the 14th of May in the same sign. So it's a Parivartana for a long, long time. So as you all know, Jupiter is the energy levels, Venus and Jupiter are forming a very, very, artistic, luxurious, divine connection also. And with Rahu, it is going to be a very unusual financial opportunities people will be getting. So this is something which I wanted to share. I hope you can see me also simultaneously. Okay. So when we talk about Jupiter provides stability in material comforts, but when Rahu and Jupiter form a connection, this might just bring in spiritual heightening of spirituality and connections from the hidden sources also. There will be lot many indulgences people will be going through. This creates a interplay between materialism and spirituality. And Jupiter, Venus, and Rahu, they are forming a connection. That means in relationship, finances, personal growth, the magnifying effect would be because of Jupiter and Rahu being the magnifying ones. So that is why I always say that whenever there is a spirituality attached to the Pisces sign, when Rahu goes there, there is something which is going to be extreme amplifying impact also because of this. And this is also going to be an extreme case of overindulgence, so you have to be very careful about your dynamics, what you really want to do, because this might just bring in something which is going to be bringing about a lot many issues in your relationships and your finances also. Don't fall prey to the unethical means or unethical ways of making money during this time. Okay. And also this is about compassion, refined taste, spiritual connections, amplifying impact on the growth, security. And this is also enabling the grahas forming unconventional desires. All right. So this is spiritual growth definitely is there, but something very different than the league. Spiritual teachers, unorthodox philosophies might just come to play. Rahu exaggerates Jupiter's expansive qualities. So spiritual status and recognition in religious or philosophical circles might enhance also. It could be that there is some inner conflict because of your spiritual and material pleasures, because Pisces and Taurus signs are getting connected also. And some non-traditional or karmic relationships might just be very much into play, because foreign and unusual partners can be there in your, or some unrealistic expectations can create disillusionment also. I have seen that, generally this creates a lot of confusion also with Rahu being there. So there can be that, in the foreign policies, when they're laying the foreign policies, connection with the foreigners, this might just be the time when the neighboring states, neighboring countries might just be having some disruption or some kind of contradiction or controversies or some scandals we can hear on the global plane, on the leaders, we can hear that also. So, and also there will be sudden fall of market. The market can be very volatile because it's a Taurus sign which is getting active, and Jupiter is going to be in the expenditure sign of Pisces also. So some unexpected opportunities for the people who are looking at the foreign lands can come in. And not to forget that Venus is the Shukracharya. So this means that there will be some powerful decision-making strategies also regarding the demonic us, will be taken. Means there will be some demon attached to our maybe strategy you're planning. There are strategies you're laying, but you're keeping in view your personal agendas also. Shukracharya actually, is more spiritual and compassionate in the Pisces, which is a mutable sign ruled by Jupiter. This brings out the more idealistic, romantic, and intuitive aspects in this sign. Deep emotional connections, artistic pursuits, creative endeavors, love, beauty, harmony will manifest during this time. Venus actually, is devotion also, selfless devotion when it is in the Pisces sign. And this brings in a lot of spirituality attached to you, everyone. With Guru Chandala Yoga, which is forming because of the Parivartana, this might just bring about the artistic bent of mind, music, dance, poetry. Maybe you're doing kirtans, you're doing, some religious sort of bhajans and all that we say, you can get involved in all that as well. But this brings in higher conscious, compassion, divine love. and meditation. Spiritual people will be going to the retreats very often during this time also. So you have to let go of the ego and connect with the divine and the universal love. I'm sure this is going to be the positive transit for you. And when you're going to be looking after, considering people with compassion, this transit is working your way. So I would suggest that, just don't fall prey to the Rahu energy and making unfair decision and not keeping others in your mind, and be more to people, serve the people. See, a lotus flower, when we talk about Shukracharya, he's a celestial figure resembling a guru or a teacher, depicted with an aura of wisdom and authority. A lotus flower in his hand symbolizing beauty, purity, spiritual awakening. He might be seated in a posture of teaching or meditation, because he's a guru. And two fish in the opposite direction, as I said, is spiritual enlightenment also, and in material indulgence also this depicts. So gentle flowing water and waves in the background, when we talk about this Pisces sign, is also about fluidity, artistic bent of mind also we can see from this. So creative expression, beauty, wealth, we are discussing all that as well. Okay. Now there are 3 nakshatras this Venus is going to be transiting. Let me open that also. I hope you all understood this. Now Venus is going to be transiting through Purva Bhadra, Uttara Bhadra, and Revati. Okay. And then it is going to be in reverse also, in retrogression, coming back to the Uttara Bhadrapada, and we'll be touching upon Purva Bhadrapada again. So what exactly is a Purva Bhadra? Purva Bhadra is from 0 degrees to 3 degrees 20 minutes. So this is a 2-phased man or a sword. We can say that this is the time that, I hope I'm audible. First of all, do let me know. Okay. Now, with this, the deity is Aja Ekapada, the one-footed goat, symbolizing spiritual discipline and transformation. And Jupiter being the ruling planet, this becomes a very important one. When Venus is there, you create a deep yearning for idealistic relationship based on spiritual connections or the pursuit of true love. Transformation through love happens when Venus is going to be, the dates are right here. So when Venus is in the, thank you so much for confirming that. So when Venus is in the sign of Pisces, in the Purva Bhadrapada first, so similar kind of themes will play out when it goes back to the Purva Bhadrapada. So this can prompt major transformations in personal relationship, where love becomes a tool for personal growth and higher wisdom. Venus in this nakshatra may spark deep interest in philosophy. Okay. And also the nurturing nakshatra. This is a nurturing nakshatra also, it's said in the Purva Bhadrapada. One second. It is going to be from Purva Bhadrapada. See, it is going to be since January 17th, because it's on the 28th, it's entering. So for the last pada is in the Cancer, the Cancer pada is going to be from the 28th of Jan till the 1st of Feb. So this is what, it is going to be giving you a creative expression, creative expansion, philosophy, creative pursuits, artistic projects will be, intellectual depth and spiritual insights, all that will enhance, and you definitely will embrace a higher path during this time. Then in the, after the, sorry about that. So Uttara Bhadrapada, when it moves into Uttara Bhadrapada, now Uttara Bhadrapada is also about spiritual awakening. It's a twin-faced man, or the back of the funeral cot. This is also Aja Ekapada's, deity, and I think I missed out on something. No, it's okay. Yeah. So this is what, when Venus is in Uttara Bhadrapada from the 1st Feb to the 1st of April, and then 26th April to the 16th of May. So this is also about your inner you, higher ideals, self-sacrifice. And this is going to be like the time when you will have challenges in relationship and you have to work through that. Some tests and, some deep emotional churning happens. But definitely in the material realms, because there's an exchange, it is going to pay you very well. And your hard work is going to pay off. Your patience is going to pay off. So this is a good time period, I would suggest. Okay, I would say. Then it moves into the Revati Nakshatra also from the 16th May to the 31st of May. Now, Revati is a nurturing and a creative one. It is a very important nakshatra again. So this might just bring in spiritual growth, and also, it might just give you connection with some powerful and influential people also. You might just meet those kinds of people who are going to be very compassionate and giving you a lot of love and love also. Its symbol is fish or a drum, and deity is Pushan, which is also about nourishment, protection, prosperity. It's ruled by Mercury after all. So it's about, the cycle, end of the cycle of spiritual completion. You might feel that, I've achieved everything during this churning time. Venus is ingress in Pisces. That's why very important. Venus means that you have attained all the material growths and material realms, and now you want to just relax and you want to just look forward to the spiritual realms. So that is why, deeper connection with the divine and through love and relationship is the key. Okay. So you will feel very materially also satisfied. You will feel that you want to devote yourself to the spiritual realms. So this is about caring and nurturing qualities that you develop, because, you are selflessly working now. So this is what is this transit about. So make the best use of this. And also Venus is going to turn retrograde in the exalted place. This is considered to be actually negative, but with Rahu energy also there. And it's happening on the 2nd March till the 13th of April. And this is in a way positive because Rahu is approaching towards Venus. Remember, now Venus, when it's moving backwards, it's moving backwards towards Saturn. It's hemmed between. Can you see? It is hemmed between two malefics. I'll explain it to you once. See, one side is Rahu and the other side is Saturn. So any which ways it's hemmed. And once it turns retrograde, is moving backwards towards Saturn again. So the similar kind of themes will play out what happened when Saturn and Venus were conjunct together. I have seen that, there have been a lot of disputes which happened between, the women counterparts. The women counterparts actually had a lot of issues, competition, and, they were flaring up the issues and going against each other when Venus and also, on the level of masses, Venus being the female, represents the female counterparts, has suffered a lot. It has not been getting that kind of, because Venus has given its good qualities to Saturn. So that way, the masses have suddenly, you will see that they have become, they have really done well. The masses, I mean, the low class, they have been growing with Venus here. But Venus, that is the female counterparts in totality on the higher level, they have suffered. Maybe they have been struggling with work and all that. So the similar kind of theme can play out, so be watchful. You will feel little deprived. You are waiting for a promotion, you don't get it. So don't, I would say don't, there's a word, I'm missing out on that word, that is when you suppress someone, exploit. So don't exploit anyone during this time, especially, your colleagues, your people, and the leaders also, they should not be going into that kind of a, this thing. Now, let's start with the readings. I don't think so there is anything left to explain. I've explained everything, I hope. You all have understood, because this is very important, when we talk about Venus's ingress. So you have noted down this also, I'm sure, the nakshatras, and I've explained what is going to happen. See, this is a spiritual sign. This is a sign of creativity. This is a sign of expenditure. So when we talk about all these things, these things will play out. These themes will be playing out even more. Pisces is the last sign. So people have attained what they wanted. It's like that. That is why I said that Venus in Pisces sign is like a Jupiter only when it is minus lust. So that is the reason Venus exalts there. So once you have attained everything, what is left? You feel that, yeah, I am satisfied, in life. That kind of feeling you will get with Venus in Pisces. It's just that there is the material realm attached to it because Rahu is there. So don't follow an unethical path during this time. Make sure. Okay. So let's start with the readings. Okay, I have not changed this because I was taking the screenshots, no? Okay. So to start with, we'll do so now, if at all you are in the dasha, especially of Venus, Rahu, Jupiter, this transit plays out the most impactful one, okay? Especially. And you have to check through ascendant, moon, and dasha sign. I've made a separate video on the same to check the dasha sign. Please do watch that if you're a new viewer. That'll help you. So let's start with the Aries readings first. For Aries readings, what I want to say is the whole video is not divided. The whole video cannot be the same. I mean, the whole transit can't be the same. So we have divided into different parts. So I will be sharing a few dates wherein you will feel you have to make certain decisions. So especially in the north direction of your house or your place where you work, get it active. Keep some water or maybe, place a fish, 2 fish over there in the north direction because it is Pisces sign and Pisces is north direction. Okay. Now with this Aries, for Aries natives, this is the 12th house transit. So it can be that you will come across somebody from the overseas place. You might just start a business overseas, or maybe you are going to be meeting somebody in the overseas lands, some partner from the overseas land, some business proposal, or there can be some spiritual pursuits that you'll be thriving for. There's an exchange between the 9th and the 12th Lord also. So travels definitely are going to be there. And if at all you have to expand your business proposal, you want to take it forward, you want to get involved in some, investments or something. So this is going to be the time. Don't be overindulgent because Rahu energy is also going to be playing out here. It can lead to some kind of, something which, leads to some kind of negative energy attached to it. So if you are following a spiritual path, don't fall prey to a false guru. There is a possibility of a false guru you can come across, and you just initiate from that person and then you regret. So maybe, if you want to go in for some, some kind of, mantras or something, it should not be tantra based. So do it the right way. I would say, see, there is a difference between black magic or, people performing negative. There are negative energies also, as I've done a video with Anil Singh ji. So you can watch that. It's in Hindi though, but you definitely will come to know about a lot, so many stories attached to it. So you can watch that. So it is definitely, going to lead to that. You have to draw a line, what you're doing. So don't, if you are yourself, into occult sciences and all, so this might be the time when you will use your or misuse your powers. So don't learn those tantric vidyas right now. It might just not be the right thing for you, and it might just backfire also. When Venus is turning retrograde, that is the time when you're, any kind of marriage proposal, you're looking for some short journeys, you're looking for some business proposals. That is something which is going to trigger. But right now, expenditures, health, you have to take care of all of that. Maybe on the women counterparts, you're spending too much. You're buying jewelry, you're buying some gadgets, etc., which are very flashy. So that can happen. But this is the time when, you will be into it's good for the ones who are shifting abroad, because if you have any graha in Cancer sign, in Scorpio sign, then this Venus, or in Pisces sign, this Venus is going to play out, even if you don't have a graha, only in Pisces, but in Cancer and Scorpio also. So this might just trigger some health issues. You might just renovate your place. In case you have to purchase property, vehicle, you can do that as well. All right. And this is also the time when you will be going in for some fitness regime. You want to go for some plastic surgery or something, cosmetic surgery, rhinoplasty, etc. You can do that as well. All right. Now, there are certain dates that you have to be cautious about. I'm not going to be sharing the short dates, but the longest ones are going to be, first of all, 16th Feb to 14th March. Just a word of caution. This is the time you have to take care of your health. It might just be that, something comes up suddenly, sudden losses, sudden gains kind of a thing. Manage other people's money well. You are supposed to take care of, your health also during this time, and your partner's health as well. Maybe you will come across somebody, there's a breakup, and you are mentally and emotionally very weak during this time. All right. So just take care. Also, there was one more long transit. I'll just tell you. One sec. From the 28th. Okay. This is, 28 to the 31st May is the best period, I would say, if you want to travel, if you want to initiate some journeys, or you want to shift out from your place and you want to settle abroad, all that is good, but definitely not a good time period, especially from the 20 I just mentioned 16th Feb to the 14th of March. All right. Rest are short transits. No, nothing is a long one. Okay. So that's what. Take care. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. Yeah. So for Taurus natives, this transit of Venus is going to be in your 11th house. See, 11th house is the house of gains, partnerships, investments, large groups. Be cautious of unrealistic financial expectations, because Rahu is there. Rahu will give you that superficial growth, and then maybe there is a miss somewhere or the other, people will start cheating you or something, and then you start regretting. But for sure, this is the time for growth also, looking after yourself, your well-being. You will look good. You might want to go for some cosmetic surgery. You want to look good. You want to change your personality. You want to learn a new language. You want to learn how to speak, how to convey things to others. You're just in that grooming, self-grooming also during this time. And maybe you will come across some potential partner during this time. You might just be traveling and for bigger purpose. And some relationship from the past or the ex relationship might trigger as well. This is also the time when you will be able to repay your loans if you have taken. Good time to start your fitness regime. You will start working out. To conceive, if you want to conceive, this is a good time. Or childbirth, this is also a good time period for spiritual awakening. Maybe you're going to be meeting or initiating from a guru, and you will start learning something, shastras or anything to do with religious. Depends whichever part you or whichever religion you follow. You might just be following that path now. When Venus turns retrograde, I've given the dates earlier also, though I'm repeating. 2nd March to the 13th of April would be the time when you can just work through your finances. Maybe you will be coming across people who are going to be helping you out at the workplace, female counterparts especially. But there are certain people who have hidden agendas also, especially when Venus is retrograde. That's the time you have to take care of your finances also. Maybe there is a superficial growth, suddenly flux of energy comes in, and you feel very comfortable, but it might just backfire later, because Venus is turning direct also, and is going to be moving towards Rahu. Venus is hemmed between Saturn and Rahu. You have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your mental setup. Be cautious when you're conveying things to others at the workplace, confiding things to others. Also, this might just bring in those kinds of people in your life who are out of the league. Somebody who is from overseas, or somebody who is not from your community. You might just marry somebody who is very unconventional also, quite likely. Okay. And this is the time when your partner will become your strength as well. So take the help of your partner, your business partner or life partner, spousal relationship, or anybody you're dating or someone who's very close to you. Could be your friend also, might just come to your rescue as well. All right. This is what is going to be. And now I've divided into different parts because, Venus transit, the whole transit from 28 Jan to 31st May cannot be the same. So, especially, I would request you, if you want to go in for any kind of major changes, major things, in your life, you want to make some major decisions, 16 to 20th May is not the right time. Okay. Avoid. Now, also, this might be the time, especially from I would suggest, 5th to the 10th of February, and also 20th to the 26th of March. These are 2 time slabs where you have to be cautious about your relationship. You can be into some argument. Please do write in the comment section if at all you experience these things. You might. So from the first slab is 5th to the 10th of Feb, and then the second is 20th to the 26th March, and the third is 2nd to the 7th of May. Now note down these dates, because this might just trigger some argument, and there can be that there are more fights happening in your relationship. Okay, so be cautious. And about your health, I've already given you the date. That is 16 to the 20th of May. The best transit dates would be 28 to the 31st of May for investments, for relationship, for forming a connection with your partner, or travels. Maybe PR visa you can apply at that time and you will get through also. Okay, so this is what is going to be. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, this transit of Venus is going to be in your 10th house, and Rahu is there. There's an exchange, Parivartana, between the 12th house Jupiter, and Venus is considered to be in the 12th house in a way. So now here, there is definitely career expansion that we can expect. Public recognition you will get. Creativity will flourish. Just that there can be some controversies because Rahu is there at the place of work. So you have to think out of the box. Just doing things the same way is not going to fetch you the similar kind of results. You need to work differently. You need to be unconventional when Venus Rahu conjunction happens. You have to strategize the growth of yours. Maybe, there are issues that you're dealing with already, paying off loans, etc. Litigation is there. You're struggling with that. Now with Venus going there, these can expand. You need to figure out how you can lose weight. You're gaining weight also. So you need to now figure that out, with this Venus and Rahu conjunction and Jupiter also forming an exchange. Now, Jupiter is not considered to be in the 10th house. We swap places. But this is a very good Pancha Mahapurusha Yoga for you, because the Lord of the 5th is going to be transiting your 10th house. So 5th and 10th is a trine and Kendra connection. So this is definitely very positive for the ones who are waiting for conception. Good for your children. For the student natives, it's a good time period. If you are thinking of this, relocating, leaving your place and going overseas, conception, childbirth, happiness in the house, this is a good time. But at the same time, this is like, making you very creative. Music, art, drama, you have to have that flair. You already have it, so you just develop it. You just bring it back in you, because, that will balance things out now. You need to work on your speech. Maybe you will learn something. Maybe you're very soft spoken and people get carried away and swayed by you. You have a personality and aura that can develop during this time. Now, Venus is going to be turning retrograde also, not to forget, from 2nd March to the 13th of April. Venus is turning retrograde. It's hemmed between Rahu and Saturn. So when it is turning retrograde, this is the time when the luck factor enhances for you. So whatever you could not do during that time when Venus was direct in your 10th house, now is the time that will trigger. Maybe you will connect with masses. Masses will start appreciating you. People will start appreciating you. There will be some collaborations. Maybe you're traveling overseas, relocating to the overseas places. Also, this is the time when you will experience some kind of growth. Maybe you have to change your personality, your looks. You're working on that. Now you're on that, no, I have to follow that fitness regime. I have to lose weight. All that you're going to be thinking about. And if you want to go for some cosmetic surgery, etc., so you can do that as well. Just be cautious about your verbal arguments with the with the subordinates, with the labor, your helpers. Just try to be cordial with them. Just try to be more compassionate. Maybe, you're just misunderstanding them, and, you fall prey to that kind of a relationship with them. So just make sure that you are following a good, cordial relationship, and, follow a good path. Now, there are certain dates that I'm giving you because the whole transit of Venus in Pisces cannot be the same. As it is till the 14th May, there is an exchange between Venus and Jupiter, and it gets defunct when 2nd March to 13th April, when Venus turns retrograde. But for sure, this is a good time period when Venus is in your 10th house for your growth, expansion, career-wise. It's a good time period. And purchase of any kind of land, if you want to purchase or redo your place, maybe your bosses are changing, your profile is changing, or your office is renovating, that can happen. Or maybe, there is some kind of taking over, maybe some other firm is taking over. Okay. Now, I'm giving you a few dates. 16th Feb to 14th of March is the time you need to take care of your health. You need to follow a good fitness regime, take care of your relationship with your partner. Maybe there is some litigation going on. If you can postpone, especially if you are in the dasha of Venus, Rahu, there can be some uncordial or discordial relationship or discord between the two of you. So I would say that do not make any decisions, or if you can postpone it after the 14th March, things will start getting a little better for you. Okay. Also from the 16th Feb to the 14th March, and then 14th to the 20th March, a very good time period to conceive, to follow, maybe you're going to be enjoying traveling, taking a vacation, taking a break. So that way it is a good time period. Also to 2nd May to 7th May, again, you have to take care of your mother's health. Maybe there is some kind of break in agreement, or you're leaving your country and, you're feeling a little uneasy because of that also. And again, 12th to the 16th May, you have to take care of your relationship. As I said, follow a good diet, follow a fitness regime. Hardly 4 days, Venus will be in one of Mansha. So that is how. So you need to just be careful from 16th Feb to the 14th of March. All right. That's what. 12, 6. Yeah. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Cancer. I hope I'm audible and you can follow my video well. Okay. So for Cancer natives, this is the time period when Rahu and Venus are going to be conjunct in your 9th house. And there's a Parivartan with Jupiter also. And Venus is going to be, to start with, hemmed between Rahu and Saturn as well. So when a good graha is hemmed between two malefics, it definitely brings about issues regards to your relationship, to your finances also. Maybe you're traveling, but you're not paid off. You're doing your work, but you're not paid off. Spiritual and educational growth definitely happens. Something very out of the box, something very unconventional. Maybe you'll be following a different religion. Maybe you're following a different path. And also this is going to be giving you some confused state of mind and belief system. You might just come across some guru who will initiate you, and you will, you are not going to be doing the right thing. The guru is not the right one, I would say. So be careful. Foreign travels definitely are likely, moving or shifting, or, just staying away from where you live. Changing your personality, your perspective towards life is also going to be in your favor. Childbirth, in case you're planning already some changes, in your at your home, or maybe you're thinking of any following a fitness regime or a creative mindset. So this is the time when you will be also activating that zone. This is also the time when you will be going in for some investments. You'll be meeting those kinds of delegates, some influential people during this time period, and it's going to pay you off very well. You're going to be making the best use of your connections also. Okay, maybe your friends, your community you move around in. You might be just going in for some teaching. If you are into that already, you'll be learning more during this time. And Venus is going to be turning retrograde and is going to be inching backwards towards Saturn. And that's happening from 2nd March to the 13th of April. though there will be a conjunction of Saturn and Venus also, in the Pisces sign. But when Venus is turning retrograde, it is hemmed between two malefics, not to forget that. So it is going to be like, that kind of an energy where you have to maintain cordiality with the masses, with your subordinates, with your co-workers, and take good care of your finances and other people's money, because it might just lead to some complications here and there. There are certain mystical experiences that you will go through during this time. Maybe you're into astrology or something, so you will really be doing very good consultations. You'll be doing imparting your knowledge also to others, so that way it is good. But overall, I think this Venus is actually hemmed between the two of the malefic grahas, at least till the 4 degrees. So we can experience this energy till the, I would say, somewhere around 4 degrees. So it will be somewhere around first week of February, second week of February onwards, Venus starts gaining strength. But then till 2nd March, it's going to be there, and then it's moving backwards and falls again in between these two. So you have to be very careful with your decision making, and pick and choose well your guru and your teacher. Take care of your father's health also. When it turns retrograde, that's the time when you will be experiencing some highs and lows in your family, in your finances. Maybe your travels are very cumbersome, but yeah, you will make good chunk of money also during this time. You will be going in for some renovations maybe at that time, or you purchase some vehicle, or you want to change your vehicle is going often to the garage also maybe that time. So all these energies you have to handle, but the whole transit cannot be the same, from the 28th of Jan to the 31st of May. So I've divided into parts, especially from the 16th February till the 14th of March. This is the time which you definitely are going to enjoy. Maybe with this is a pleasurable time. You're going to be creative. You're going to be enjoying your relationship with others. You're going to be meeting people. You're going to be focused more on your creativity, your romance. Maybe you will come across some partner or ex-partner. Avoid impulsive decisions, though, regards to your love and relationships and your investments. Don't get carried away also. But for sure, this is going to give you that kind of elevation as well. Maybe there is some promotion that you were waiting for and you get it. Okay. Overall, this transit is going to be a good transit for you. Just that when Venus is retrograde, you need to take care of your mental setup. Don't fall prey to the conspiracy or scandals. People are just conspiring against you, and confiding against in them instead is not a good idea. Maybe you trust a lot those kinds of people, and then you just fall back. So that is something you have to be cautious about time and again. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this transit of Venus is going to be from the 7th, is going to be in the 8th house. Now, sudden financial gains, sudden losses, because 8th house energy plays out here very strongly, because Rahu is already there. So you have been experiencing highs and lows in your finances at the workplace, because being the 10th lord in the 8th, and there is an exchange also forming. So this might just aggravate your health issues, or it might just give you some kind of new beginnings also. Something new, something different, something out of the league you will be getting into. You might be working with the foreigners more, or you're conversing more, you're traveling more. So you're going to be experiencing something very different, transformative energy, as we say, and some secrets will be revealed. You did not expect something, and that happens. Scandals can happen when Venus is in the 8th house. It might just be that it brings out your ex-partner back to you. So that can trigger some issues also here and there. But for sure, this is a good time period for your kids. If you're married, you have kids. If you're not married also, and you have kids, so your kids are going to do well. Maybe they're getting a job they're looking for. Also, there is a possibility of joining a new course. You're joining a new session, of maybe higher studies during this time. And also this is going to trigger a couple of things. Maybe you're going to be purchasing your property, you're selling your property, you're renovating your house, or maybe travels to the overseas. You have shifted overseas. Now you get little bit of peace. You have been experiencing some issues till now. Now you feel a little better because it's a Venus, is the Daitya Guru, he's a demon's guru. He's a demon's, guru, teacher. So this is the time when you will learn a lot. And Venus is Sanjeevani also, good for the ones who are into Ayurveda, who are learning those kinds of, maybe occult sciences, tarot, etc. So you're going to be really doing well. So mysticism, you have to handle cautiously, but at the same time, you're going to be really excelling in that area also. Handle these energies really well. Then Venus is going to be turning retrograde also from 2nd March to the 13th of April. Now, that's the time when Venus is going to be close to Saturn, is hemmed between Rahu and Venus. And maybe, it moves ahead, though, at that time. But for sure, you will experience some blocked energy during that time in relationship, especially in the relationship. It might just trigger a new relationship. You might just connect with an NGO you want to do for others. This might be a good time for the medical healthcare people, caregivers. This is a very positive time. You might just be very creative and poetic during this time, or maybe you'll be pursuing some hobby of yours, from the past, and you really want to be more into that artistic way. And overall, I think this is not a bad transit for you because, Venus is going to be in the negative house, and forming exchange with Jupiter is a good thing, for the marketing guys who are conversing all the time. So that way it is going to be bringing about good results to you. Now, from the 16th Feb to the 14th of March, this is the only time period that I'm considering right now, which is going to be giving highs and lows. So this is a good time to purchase property, to learn more, acquire education, knowledge, also travels, leaving your country and going overseas, settling overseas. Academically, you'll be doing well. Connection with the female counterparts might trigger and new beginnings will be taking place. So overall, a very positive time. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. Now, for Virgo natives, you see, Venus debilitates in your first house and exalts in your 7th. So that means it is going to be minus, plus kind of a situation because Venus in the 7th house is conjunct Rahu. And this is a Pancha Mahapurusha Malavya Yoga also, which is forming for the dual signs. So first it was for Gemini and then it is for the Virgo natives. So definitely a very positive graha is going to be forming a connection here with your 7th house. So this is intense. Some unconventional kind of a partner you will meet, or somebody from the overseas place, or this can bring about relationship which is very unpredictable. Okay, intense yet very unpredictable kind of a relationship. This might just trigger a new friendship in your life, which is going to be a life-turning experience. It's a life-changing experience. Travels will be there, short journeys will be there. You'll be acquiring knowledge related to some unconventional subjects, and you'll be learning more of astrology if you are into astrology. You are, as it is, having a creative and a very spiritual perspective to life, since Ketu has transited over your first house. Whenever Ketu and Rahu are in the Kendra and they are in this zone, especially 1, 4, 7, 10 houses, so they bring about some churning, So you have been going through a lot of churning. Suddenly you feel very detached. With Venus going there, you will feel attached to your partner, to your family also. Okay, so a new relationship, as I said, is going to trigger. Travels are going to take place. There's an exchange between Venus and Jupiter. So you might just, if you're solo or if you are divorced or if you're a widow, so you might just find another partner. Second marriage also is likely, maybe, with the kind of dasha you're in, depends on that. And your personal chart, of course. But surely this is a very positive exchange which is happening because being the 9th lord is in the Kendra. So again, it is forming a, Parivartana yoga and Malavya yoga also for you. Very positive for finances, for growth, for travels, for meeting people, wearing new clothes, changing your personality, your looks. Maybe you're working on your looks. Your partner becomes very, very good looking. You might find a good looking partner. Good looking, of course, depends on you yourself, how you take it, how it is. Good looking is not just that one has to be very fair, one has to have very sharp features. It's not like that. Beauty is lies in the eyes of the beholder, as we say. So how you look at the beauty, that kind of a partner you might just find. Okay. Now, the whole transit cannot be the same. So 16th Feb to the 14th of March, especially, this is the time when you will travel, you will meet people, you might just be very creative, you might just be communicative, you might just convey what you're feeling, what you're experiencing with your people in and around you, selling of property, purchase of property, or maybe, you're going to be redoing your place where you live, quite likely. Okay. Quite likely, I'm saying, because it's not a prophecy that I'm making. So I'm not that well equipped to be too firm on my predictions and say that this is going to happen for sure. So that is why, just the combinations, and we read those combinations and what exactly is going to be taking place if this kind of a energy is playing out. There are other energies also we have to consider. Saturn is there. Saturn is going to be moving into Pisces as well on the 29th March, and Venus is there. Then we have an eclipse also happening. So many energies are going to play out, which I'll be doing as well, a separate video with the configuration, so many planets in the 7th house of yours. I'll be doing that video separately. So this is what, is going to be. And Venus is turning retrograde also. And that's happening from the 2nd March to the 13th of April. So that's the time when you have to take care of your health, follow a fitness regime. Maybe you are having issues in your relationship with the female counterparts or with the people you are actually, working for or working with. So you need to be maintaining cordial relationship. Don't fall prey to the litigations or anything to do with, just ignoring your health, etc. So just pay focus and attention to your health. Your focus should be on your work. Maybe there is a promotion that can happen also, if at all it is a good combination in your chart as well. Financial growth wise, it's a retrogression is a good time period. All right. Coming to the next one, that is Libra. So it's like may or may not be. These are all indications. So for Libra natives, this transit of Venus is going to be in your 6th house, and there's a Parivartana yoga forming with Jupiter also in the 8th house. In a way, they're swapping places, 6th house, 8th house connectivity. Unconventional partnerships, of course, marriage can happen, relationships can happen, but something very unpredictable can happen also. Work-life imbalances can happen. So you need to work harder now, how you can be a leader, how you can make leaders out of leaders. Venus is the planet of love, luxury, romance, harmony. So maintain that cordiality with your people, handle disputes tactfully. Rahu is there. Rahu is going to play out that theme also, tactful. That's the word for Rahu. So if you're tactful in your litigation, in your financial dealings, in your relationship, I think things are going to be for. I'm sorry to say and use this word and guiding you this way because Rahu is there. And I don't want this negative house where Venus debilitates also in the 6th house, 6th sign of the natural zodiac. So considering 6th house as a negative place for Venus, and it's hemmed between to start with between Saturn and Rahu also. So I think you should maintain cordiality and handle things very, very tactfully, so that, tactfully or diplomatically, and plan your strategies well. Don't show your cards, just play it easy. Okay. Restrict yourself, when you're talking to someone, don't get carried away and speak up of something which you shouldn't have. Don't blurt it out. Okay. It's said that, in our culture, it's said that Saraswati sits on your tongue. So whenever you speak or utter anything negative, especially, or, it's said that it's burnt. If you are planning something and it's not happened, so it says, it said that it gets burnt. So you should never, ever utter anything unless you are sure or it's done. Never show your cards or never show what you're planning for the future, and never share with anyone. I don't do it unless I do it myself. That's what I follow. People say that it is, you're hiding because it's an evil eye or something. No. If your Mercury is combust, then you should display and you should talk. That's another story altogether, which I'll share sometime in the future. But it's required, when you are hiding from others, you're just working in silence, behind the scenes. Then Venus will be turning retrograde on the 2nd March to the 13th of April. Now, this is the time when there can be some artistic bent of mind, good for competitive examination if you have to sit for. It's a good time period for the student natives. It's a good time period for conception, reconciling with your ex-partner, okay? Going in for that cosmetic surgery that you have been waiting for, to take the appointment. And also, this is the time when you can have some short journeys, or maybe you're traveling for vacation, connecting with your father-like figures. Maybe you are going to be really, helping your father in his business, maybe, But overall, I think with the 8th house energy playing out with Jupiter and Rahu together in the 6th, you need to take care of your health. There can be some scandals that you can get involved in. No point in doing so. Also, sudden gains. Suddenly, if you're playing lottery or playing something, like that. So it might just trigger. It might just happen, that you win the lottery. You never know. Okay. And also, Mars is going to be entering post 3rd April, your 10th house zone. So this is the time when if you want to go in for any change, travels, change of job, so you can do it during that time. So Mars is going to be in Gemini sign, and of course, when Venus is turning retrograde, so this is the time when you have to be careful about your relationship with others. Okay, be very mindful. Don't be argumentative. You can be very lustful also during this time. And also 16th Feb to 14th of March, you will be discussing finances a lot. Expenditures might increase. So this is the time you need to be more careful about all these things that I just mentioned, the negative aspects of this Venus's interest. Take care of your health, take care of your relationship, work through your finances, save money during that time. All those things you need to follow. Okay, rest of the transit positions are not bad, so enjoy. Okay, one more transit I wanted to discuss in this, like one more slab, that is 28th to 31st of May. Venus is going to be Virgotama. So that is the time you might just experience some highs and lows in your health. Just don't get carried away and, just invest blindly at that time. Okay, just take care. Follow a fitness regime. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this transit of Venus is going to be in your 5th house and is conjunct Rahu. There is an exchange with Jupiter also. So this is going to be bringing about intense creativity, romantic pursuits, speculative gains, and also avoid any kind of impulsive decisions in love and investments during this time, because Ketu is in your 11th house and Rahu in your 9th, in your 5th. And there's an exchange. So relationship wise, you have to be very, very careful. This might just trigger new relationship. You can maybe conceive during this time also, if you're waiting for that. Also, there is a possibility of travels, maybe meeting a guru during this time also. Overall, it is a good transit for your, mental setup to, to expand, how you can expand, how you can grow, how you can do well. All that is quite likely. Just give me a So that is something which you have to be aware of all the time. Okay. And especially, 16th Feb to 14th March, I would suggest that this is the time if you want to go for any change in your personality, you want to go for any cosmetic surgery, if you want to travel, if you want to change your place where you live, you want to travel overseas, etc. So this is the time when you can do that as well. Okay. And Venus is turning retrograde on the 2nd March to the 13th of April. That's the time maybe you're going to be purchasing property, you're going to be purchasing a vehicle, you're shifting out from from your place to some overseas place, or you're going to a foreign land, you're connecting with a foreigner, or you find a partner overseas, or if you are already in the foreign land, you might just feel better during this time, in the foreign country. And if you want to start a new business, this is also a very good time when Venus is retrograde, because Venus is your 7th lord also, not to forget, and your 12th lord. So this is a good time to start a new business. Okay. So try doing that at that time. Okay. This is what. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. I need a moment, please. All right. For Sagittarius natives, this transit of Venus is going to be in your fourth house. And fourth house is actually you're obsessed about your home environment, your family, real estate. Maybe you'll be purchasing some property overseas because Rahu is a foreigner. So you might just connect with your foreign clients, or maybe you're going to be meeting somebody in the overseas place. So just try to balance things, at the workplace, you're devoting more time or you're spending too much time at home. So that work-life balance is required. I know when you're working, but when you're at home, you have to be at home, that kind of an energy. Nowadays, it's very difficult because, you have to cater to you so many things. Your meetings are online now after COVID. This has happened, that the work culture has changed. So that's something which might trigger, with Rahu and Saturn on the either side. You do feel claustrophobic also, at home. You want to leave your place and go overseas, or you want to leave your, home environment. You're homey, but at the same time, you're feeling very uneasy with the Saturn Rahu energy. Maybe there are more fights happening, arguments happening. You feel very uneasy with Venus entering Pisces sign. You're not finding that solace. People will say that this is a very beautiful time because it is a Pancha Mahapurusha Malavya yoga, there's a Parivartana yoga forming. But at the same time, we have to see that if you follow a spiritual path, if you become detached, things might just even out, things might just get balanced here with Jupiter entering there's an exchange between Jupiter and Venus. That way it is good. Maybe your relationship is gets better with people, and then you are able to pay off your loans. There is a competition exam waiting for you and you do well. So that is something which can also trigger with Venus and Jupiter exchange. Lagnesh is forming an exchange, no? So this might just give you that kind of strength also, because Venus and Jupiter, it's still the Malavya yoga, the Pancha Mahapurusha yoga is there, Hamsa yoga is there. But Rahu energy is an expansive one. So don't fall prey to the illusion, delusion, and confusion here. People might just confuse you, buy this, purchase this property, purchase this vehicle. All those things might trigger as well. And otherwise, it is going to be a good transit for the ones who are waiting for any kind of job change. Job proposal is coming your way. So if you're waiting for that, so you definitely are going to get it. 2nd March, of course, definitely why I say, because if you are in the dasha of Venus, Jupiter, and Rahu, so this is a good transit, very good transit for you in a way. Now, 2nd March to the 13th of April, there is this Venus turning retrograde. Now, when Venus is turning retrograde, Saturn is going to be in the Pisces sign. Now, there is a lot of energy which is going to be playing out here regards to your travels. Maybe you're very creative. You're meeting creative people. You're meeting and making new friends, new relationship. In case you have to get settled and get married, this is the time. PR, visa, etc. That might just also happen. With this Venus turning retrograde, things are going to get better for you for sure. Maybe, I shouldn't use the word for sure. You can maybe, go in for that change that you're looking for, expansive energy, communicating with others, meeting people, which can also make you a little better in your, the strength in you that is required. So that kind of an energy is going to play out. Maybe, your hidden potential that you're not able to understand, you will understand that. Okay, renovating your place, change of place, change of vehicle. Maybe you're buying a second-hand vehicle. So all that can either or happen as well. Now, from the 16th of Feb to the 14th of March. Now, this is the time when you have a lot of expenditure happening coming your way. on the women counterparts or on jewelry, on purchasing gold. These kind of expenditures, outflow of money can happen during the 16th Feb to the 14th of March. Do write in the comment section if it happens so. And rest of the transits definitely are good for you. Just take care during the April. I'll just tell you, from 1st April to the 26th of April. Now, this is the time period when you have to take care of your health. Okay, something hidden, some scandalous things can happen. Some hidden secrets can come up also. But very good for the occult sciences. If you are a doctor, if you are into healthcare industry, this is a very good time period from 1st to the 26th of April. Okay, make the best use. That's what. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this Venus is going to be transiting your third house for Capricorn natives. See, a Soumya Graha doesn't do well in the third house. Remember that. Now, with the Parivartana between Jupiter and Venus, this is going to be a Soumya Graha only. But what is the catch here? Rahu is waiting here. Rahu does well in the third house. So it is very positive for your communication, for travels, for connecting with the people, the network that you have, with your siblings, neighbors, friends. This is definitely very good. Be wary of exaggerated promises. Don't commit what you can't actually fulfill. Okay. But overall, as it is, Saturn is leaving your second house, is going to be transiting your third, and Rahu's already there. Venus is also there. So I think this is going to be a good transit for relationship, for your investments, for growth, in case you're looking for a job change, short journeys, or maybe, some presentations, etc. you're going to be taking up, or if you're a teacher, this is definitely a very positive time period for you. In case you are into healthcare, so this is going to be very positive. If you're looking for a PR, visa, green card, etc., so this is a good time period for you. At the same time, when there is a Parivartana happening, very positive time period for pursuing your inner wants, your relationships might trigger, ex-partner might just come back to you, or it can also lead to childbirth, conception. So that way it is good. Be more creative, be more helpful to others. Maybe you will be connecting with an NGO during this time. And this might just be the time when you will leave the job and then, you regret. So it's good if you just don't leave the job unless you have the other one in hand. In impulse, you can leave the job, that is something which might just be a sad thing for you. So I'm just forewarning you, don't do that. Because there are certain configurations which Mars is there in the 6th house, Ketu is in the 9th house. There are possibilities that you can abruptly leave the job. So don't do that. Okay. And Venus is hemmed between Rahu and Saturn also, not to forget that. So this is something which might just give you some blockages, while communicating or while going in for that, presentations, etc. So maybe there is a conference that you're attending and, you feel there's a blackout, you completely are, you just freeze, or your screen freezes and you're not able to, do anything. So that kind of a thing can also happen. Venus is turning retrograde from 2nd March to the 13th of April. Now that's the time you'll be working on your finances. You'll be working on your growth. You might just be meeting those kinds of people who will help you out in your in your loan. If you're looking for a loan, if you want to pay off your loan, or you want to get into that kind of if you have to come out of that litigation, so that can also happen. Hidden enemies, are there lurking around. So you will just get that relief also with Venus turning retrograde. Okay. So if at all you have any kind of issues that you have to deal with your siblings, you'll be able to do that as well. You'll be able to reconcile. Now, there are 2 dates that I'm giving you, 2 slabs, 16th Feb to 14th March and 1st to the 26th April. Now, from the 16th Feb to the 14th of March, this is the time to make new friends. This is a very positive time if you want to connect with an NGO. Maybe you will be discussing your finances, your investments well, and you will get that working in your favor also. From 1st to the 26th of April is a good time to get married if you're looking for a partner. if you're looking for a relationship, if you're looking for a business proposal. So this is a very positive time. If you want to go in for any change of job, so you can do that during this time period. Okay, make a note of these 2 time slabs. Coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this transit of Venus is going to be in your 2nd house. And there's a Rahu energy playing out, and then there's a already Hamsa Yoga is going to trigger with Venus switching places. So this Malavya Yoga. So now what is happening with Venus also switching places, that is Parivartana. This is definitely very positive for I think overall growth. It is good for your financials, it's good for speculative risk, it's good for your family values to follow. You might just be connecting with your people, taking help of theirs. Also, expenditures might increase. You need to be very focused on the ethical part, because there is a possibility that you might just take an unethical route, or maybe you are going to be very strategically planning your income, how you can, make money out of money. So that way it is good, but do not be manipulative during this time. Quite likely you can. So depending on your personal charts, of course, don't get offended by my words, but it is showing because Rahu is there. So you might be getting, you might just fall prey to it. It's also going to expand the negatives, in your mind with Rahu in the 2nd house. 2nd house is what? 2nd house is your family values. Rahu blemishes that. You just forget all those family values, your roots. That is something which keeps you going. So do not deviate from that. At least follow the right path, and everything else will follow. See, Rahu is in trine to your 10th house also, and your 6th house also, having issues with the subordinates, having issues in paying off your loans, your disease, many disease, it's something that you never expected is happening. Rahu in the 2nd house also brings in dental issues. 6th house energies will also trigger, you're not able to work out, you're gaining weight, you're feeling uneasy, there's no fitness regime, there is no regime for eating, because Rahu is there in the 2nd house. And Rahu is the mouth of the serpent. So whatever you are eating and consuming is becoming poison. With Venus going there, stop having sweets. Even if there's a Parivartana, Jupiter goes there. So stop having sweets at this time. Avoid. The lesser, the better. Okay. And with this Parivartana, things are going to mellow down at the workplace. People are going to be following that ethical path. Now it's up to you, because the Guru and Chandal, whenever they come together, what happens? The Guru mellows down. Okay. Guru is imparting the knowledge, but it depends on the demonic energies. That demonic energies also enhance. Imagine if you're teaching, a classroom, there are students, mixed kind of students. Some students are very intelligent, some are not. So you have to put extra effort to educate those children who are weak, isn't it? Some are very naughty kinds also, So that is something which they don't want to study only. They don't want to learn anything. Rahu is not like that. Rahu is a disciple, he's really very, very influenced by Venus. So when this is happening, when this Guru Chandala is happening, it is something which is becoming a Amrit Yoga in a way. It is becoming a flower, a lotus flower. So there is a lot of dirt. There's a lot of dirt, but there will be a very beautiful opportunity also in that dirt. So remember, when you are stuck in life, whenever you are having these kind of yogas happening, there will be grace. You have to see that ray of light in the darkness. You definitely will get it. So you have to be receptive. You have to be open. You have to see to it that you get it. Okay. So that's what is this kind of an energy which is going to play out. It's a long transit from 28th Jan to the 31st of May. And then Venus is turning retrograde also. Not a bad transit for you from 2nd March to 13th April again. So this will make you beautiful. You will definitely look after your health. You might just connect with people even more. Right now, Venus is blocked also, with the Venus is your yoga graha after all, and it's hemmed between, it's going to be hemmed between Rahu and Saturn. Right now it's hemmed between Malefics also, because Venus is in between Rahu and Saturn in the sky also. So that is the reason, you feel very, you feel that, there's no divine grace. Where am I stuck? What am I doing? But it is very good if you are in the healthcare industry, if you are spiritually inclined, if you're doing for others, connecting to the old age homes, this will help you. So that way, every transit has a good and the bad. Its silver lining is always there. Okay, enjoy. Now, with this, now the dates that I'm going to be giving you, 16th February till the 14th of March, this is the time when there will be some transition happening at the workplace. Boss can change, department can change, you might just get a salary hike also, incentives will be there. So make the best use of it. 1st to the 26th April, take care of your health. Follow fitness regime. Do not overeat. Eat the right kind of foods. Okay. And if you have any loans to repay, you can repay those loans as well. Okay. That way it is good. But at the same time, you might just make some mistakes at the workplace. Maybe, your co-workers might conspire against you. So do not confide in everyone. There are enemies lurking. Good for the competition examinations, good for purchasing a property, a vehicle, if you want to change from 1st to the 26th April. All the transits cannot be the same, and all the time periods are not going to be the same. Okay. Coming to the last one, Pisces. Yes. Very important transit happening in your first house, as it is Pisces natives, Venus exalts in your first house. So definitely very positive for your personal growth, for your charisma, for ambition. You will be able to achieve those goals. Rahu may cause some confusion in self-identity, and overconfidence can be there. So that is something you have to work on. But overall, it is definitely very positive because you will be actually having that amplifying wealth, growth, spiritual wisdom also with this exchange of Jupiter and Venus. You can be very creative. You can be financially growing. This can bring about childbirth, travels. Maybe you're going to be looking after your health better. You're going to be having some artistic talents, luxurious items you will be buying. Maybe you will be connecting with those kinds of people who are into businesses like, into spirituality, luxury related, or maybe film industry, glam industry. These people are, and there can be some scandals also, which we can hear in the glam industry, in the film industry also, and female counterparts related especially. Okay. And this will bring about your love, luxury, divine connections, financial opportunities opening for you. Definitely very positive time period for you. And some foreign connections can be fruitful also. Now, Venus is going to be turning retrograde also. It's going to be hemmed between two malefic, Saturn and Rahu also. Though Venus is not a bad graha with Rahu, but there's an exchange of Jupiter and Venus. So this might just, bring about some issues in relationship, in your own personality. You might just get confused between the spiritual growth and the material growth. So you have to draw a line, because there is always a shadow energy which is playing out with Rahu. So with masses, with people, connect with them, do for the community, give back. From the 2nd March to the 13th April, these energies might enhance even more. You might just be connecting with those kinds of people who are into NGOs, healthcare. Maybe somebody's in the hospital, you're looking after them, or you are yourself into the caregiving industry, and you're going to be meeting those kinds of people also. And this might just be bringing about more intense, intensity might grow in spirituality. It promotes heightened compassion, refined taste, spiritual connections. It might just be bringing about focus on your material growth also. At the same time, sexual pleasures, sensual pleasures might increase. Though Saturn depletes those, so 29th April onwards, the urges might increase. And there is a possibility of some material domains, unconventional desires also it is going to bring in. Good for your connection with the children, but sudden losses, sudden gains. So good for speculative income. Maybe you will make some money also during this time from the speculations. Also, I'm giving you the dates which are very important because the whole transit cannot be the same. So I have divided into several parts, but important most parts are from 16th Feb to the 14th March. Good for travels, good for changing your job, good for connecting with your partner. Maybe there are certain hidden things, hidden agendas you have to work through. People might just have. Maybe you are connecting with your father, taking his advice and help during this time. But at the same time, your siblings might backstab you also. Maybe, because of the property inheritance related issues. From 1st to the 26th of April, now this is the time good for creative energies. You might just become very creative. You might just go in for some relationship, romance. Maybe you're going to be very sexually agile, or maybe there are people who are coming into contact with you, who are going to be guiding you how to go in for investments. This is also the time you can be very emotional about your children. Children are going overseas. You're very emotional about that also, quite likely. Good for conception, though, as I said. So this is what is going to be. And what else can I say? This is a good transit, but with Rahu energy playing out, it might just be bringing about some issues also. So the best remedy I can prescribe is feed the cow, feed the cow. Or you can also maybe go in for some, if you want to go to a religious place, just go and serve over there. Maybe, you can cook some food, and food as in like you have to cook something sweet, something sweet, or something which is like, pongal also you can cook and serve, or something related to some item which has curd, yogurt, plain yogurt into it. So maybe you can mix it and you can just go and feed in a place where, there are old age people, or, there are people who are underprivileged. So you can do this remedy. And in the north direction, if you can light a diya, in the evenings, if you can light a diya, it will activate that zone and Rahu energy will be depleted. So you can do it from the whole span from 28th January till 31st of May. So start from the 28th itself and end it on the 31st of May. 31st of May, you have to light the diya, including these 2 days as well. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great and a blessed Venus is in Grass in Pisces sign. All the best. My prayers. Om Tat Sat.